Hey there everyone, starting off tonight, we have a special in-depth look at public opinion and mass media. Public opinion is a complex collection of opinions of many different people, and mass media is means of communication that reach large, widely dispersed audiences. Some examples of this are television, radio, broadcasting, newspapers, magazines, and now the internet. There are many factors that can affect the public opinion, one of them being the media, but there are other factors. Family and education are the two main factors that change public opinion. Occupation and race also play a small role in public opinion. Moving on, public opinion is important in a democracy, like the United States, because democracies were born out of public opinion. It's important for every person in the society to have a voice. We have the results from our latest 24 News poll, and we have analysis. Let's take a look. We asked our class, do you plan to attend college? 19 people said yes, and 1 person said no. According to these results, a majority of the class do plan to attend college, and only 1 person does not. We asked, do you plan to have a summer job? 17 people said yes, 2 people said no, and 1 person was unsure. This means that the majority of our class does plan to have a summer job. We asked, are you following the presidential race? 11 people said yes, 7 people said no, and 2 people were unsure. The majority of the class is following the presidential race, but many are not. It's close to a 50-50 because there's just over about 50% of the people are voting yes. We asked, do you exercise regularly? 17 people, the majority of our class, said that they were exercising regularly. Number 5, do you eat fast food more than once a week? 6 people said yes, 14 people said no, an overwhelming majority of people not eating fast food. Next question, what do you use the internet for most? 3 people said research, 10 people said social networking like Facebook, 6 people said instant messaging, and 14 people said email. Number 7, last question. What is your favorite subject? 5 people said math, 2 people said science, 1 person said English, no one was for foreign language, 3 people for social studies, and 9 people for elective. Elective is the winner with an overwhelming majority. This poll is similar to national news polls because it has multiple choice and allows multiple people to answer. The poll is different from national news polls because it only asks a certain group of people from one room and one area. National news polls talk with people from all across the country with different backgrounds and different ages to see public opinion. 24 News conducted an in-depth investigation on the way that networks conduct their polls. 24 News' Maximilian Robespierre has more.
In the survey conducted by the PRCPP, 6 categories to choose from are provided. The question presented is clear, concise, and to the point. In the survey conducted by Newsweek, a similar question is provided. However, it is less concise, and only 3 categories are listed. The PRCPP, providing 6 options, has a wider variety of results than Newsweek. However, certain categories from the PRCPP fall under one category in Newsweek. For example, the categories very favorable and mostly favorable in the PRCPP would fall under Newsweek's favorable. When simplified under favorable, unfavorable, or unsure, the 2 polls have approximately the same results. A poll asks a question, one that is required to be neutral. Therefore, a poll's question should not affect a person's decision based on the wording. Both these polls seem to ask neutral questions, as can be seen in the omission of any negative or positive wording against any person or thing, besides the options themselves.
Hello there, this is Mr. Chuck reporting live for Mr. Haroon and his report. I am here live in the scene in front of my TV, sitting on the couch, and I've been asked to put my input on mass media and the public and what they think about it. Well, to start off, I think that the media has really gotten out of hand lately. with their biased opinions on certain candidates in presidential election. And, well, let's take one article, for example. I've recently read an article posted on CNN.com, and this article was talking about Barack Obama and his desire to urge Americans to help heal racial divide. That just happens to be the headline as well. But anyway, I think that after reading this headline, I would say that this article is about, racial divide and urging Americans to help heal it. So I think that Obama feels strongly about this, and I would agree with him, being that he is African American. And so this is what I think it would mean. However, I don't think that it would associate with a bias of any sort, other than that Obama would like to heal racial divide. So, basically, this is what I had gotten from the headline. I don't think that it meant any different race. I think that it just meant racial divide as a whole, which can be different than what the article actually states, because Obama is African American. That is my 2 cents on this. So after reading the headline, I think that the word that really caught my attention here was that Obama used the word American. Now, the word American states that, in this sense, states that America is a melting pot of ethnicity. So, reading the headline, it would be sort of hypocritical if America was to, segregate between ethnicities, which has, of course, happened in our rich and glorious history. And so this was the word that really caught my attention. Yes, that's about it. Okay, well, after reading that article, it's clear to say that the article definitely stated something, contradicted the headline, because in the headline it says that Obama wanted to heal racial divide, and that itself. But in the article, it is also clear that Obama was talking about the debacle between his former pastor, Mr. Wright. But since CNN had not put the words African American in the headline, it would appeal to more people based on the fact that people psychologically react better to something that relates to them. This is an example of media bias, because CNN would obviously want more people to read the article. I think that after reading this article and after predicting what is in it from the headline, that Barack Obama was clearly the candidate that the article was supporting, simply based upon the fact that it was clearly trying to spread the word that Obama was indeed trying to urge the Americans to heal racial divide through one of his many press conferences and one of his talks, which was what the article talked about. And so this was who I thought the article supported, Barack Obama. Well, I think that the media bias will affect public opinion because, well, since the media is the source of information for most Americans, the particular source of media supports and its beliefs are equally important, because its bias would formulate public opinion and what people would think of the topic. Now, let's take Saturday Night Live, for example. SNL, as they like to call themselves, have been creating recently spoofed debates between Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton. Now, although it was meant to be funny, the skits had boosted ratings overall for political analysis because people just like to see it. And it has boosted political analysis on channels such as MSNBC or CNN, and this is clearly one example of how the mass media certainly has huge hand on public opinion in Americans. Hello there, my name is Mr. Norris, and I am called upon by Mr. Haroon to put in what my viewpoint is on the topic at hand, which is mass media and how it affects public opinion. And well, I found this cartoon, actually, political cartoon online, and I think that I should start off by saying that this is a cartoon. It appeals to me because it was smart, funny, and very, very enjoyable to read with very little analyzing. Now, this cartoon is taking what Obama has been talking about in many of his speeches and debates of how he plans to please most of Americans and how his economic plans would appeal to everybody so that life would be enjoyable. Now, obviously, that's not possible given America's economic status, and I think that this comic is suggesting it, except giving it a negative opinion. This cartoon is amusing to me because of this. Well, this cartoon, it's pretty funny, although I must say, as a supporter of Obama, I don't agree with it. I must say, it is funny. It uses Hannah Montana, a famous celebrity for many children, and paired it with politics, which is, quite impossible. Although this cartoon is drawn from the cartoonist's point of view, this emphasizes the problem of what Obama is saying and shows that it is quite impossible to please everybody. And again, this is a very well-drawn comic, and I think it was very smart.
Well, thank you for those reports. Well, that's it for tonight on mass media and public opinion. Stay with 24 News for more news and politics. I'm Marcus Haroon, and have a great day, everyone.